Hey guys, so I started a project the other day, and it was one of those projects where you get an idea in your head of something you want to try, but you're thinking, this probably isn't going to work, but I'm going to do it anyway just to see. I was watching a video, I think it was on Instagram. Simple Woodsman. Um, he had gone out and collected a piece of, maybe it was maple. It's a straight grain chunk about that big of wood, and he peeled the bark and then took I think it was a pencil, and marked out all the sections to make a chain. He carved a chain out of this thick limb or log, which was so cool because that's something I've always wanted to do, but I just never tried it. Um, so I started looking around here around my place for some scrap wood, and couldn't find anything that didn't have pith right down the center of it, which that wouldn't have worked. It would have destroyed the chain links or made them very weak. And so I found, it's a little bit shorter now, but I found this piece. Fairly straight grain. It's a hardwood. The only problem is, as you guys can tell, it's in a triangle shape because it was split. And there was some knots on one end, and it's very uneven along the sides. And watching his video, he's like, don't get anything with any knots. And then also he drew out the chains, because as each section faces each other, it's like in a plus symbol. But this is what I had handily available. So I sat down with my Woodsman, and section by section, I removed the sides until I had a flat piece here. And because of being in a triangle, I couldn't do like a traditional, like straight up and down section for one link or another link. It was more like that, trying to kind of fit it into the wood that I had available. And it was one of those projects I've always wanted to try. And the other thing is too, I am a firm believer about putting yourself in, I don't want to say impossible situations, but something very, very difficult. When it comes to you and the tool that you decide to use, if you push the limits of how you're comfortable using the tool, you'll find new ways, or I believe that you will find new ways around and new ways to accomplish different goals. So I knew this was going to be very hard. And there should have been, up on the side, I'll post pictures of the last several days. Just, I carve for half an hour or so, sit back, not worry about it, maybe take a picture, come back in a few hours or something like that. Excuse me. But anyway, step by step, today I'm at this point, and one of the rings is free. So I decided, well, it's time to set the camera up so you guys can see it. But here's the first ring free. This will be the next ring free. And I'll do one more section here. And this will be the last ring. So you guys can tell it's the same piece of wood in the triangle. And if I remember right, yeah, it was basically like this. So like I said, it wasn't a true plus at 90 degrees, but I was able to eke out the meat of the project that I needed. Like, this part right here, I would just carve away the sides of the triangle, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. So now I am on to, I'll keep this line for these two links. Make sure that's coming into focus, hopefully. Okay, so I'll keep this line right here. And then with this line, you can see I kind of removed the bark or the outer side here. I'll trim all that excess away there, all this excess away right here. And then, because this link is only so long, I'll continue to carve this down until it's flat all the way across there. Once I have that section basically done, I will begin to cut around this link right here, cutting the inside out. And let's see if I can show this. You can see I have a little bit of meat right here, nothing that I really want to lose. And you see the angle right there. It's going to be very tricky cutting the inside of this around and trying to have enough meat to make another link right there. It's almost non-existent. And then I'll have to do the same on this side and that side. Level this out and hollow and finish the link here. So that's what I'm going to work on. I have no idea how the rest of it's going to go, but this is a first for me. I've never carved a link before. I'm super happy about it, and I'll try to get more of the process that I'm doing here on video for you guys in this video. The only tool that I've used the entire time is the Woodsman. Most of the time is holding it like this with the handle on my leg, working the piece around. So it's doing fantastic. Very comfortable. I don't have any sore spots or anything like that on my hands. It's a very, very comfortable knife to use. So with that being said, I'm going to get back to carving sections of this, and I'll try to get a little video section for you guys to kind of see what the process has been. And we will see how it ends up. All right. Okay, guys, so just a little pause here to kind of show you where I'm at. You just saw me use the saw, trim down this section, split it. Also use the saw to trim down this section, split it. We're getting kind of a rough shape of the last chain, the bottom of the last chain. I'm going to even both sides up a little bit more. And I was basically stopping the video to kind of show you firsthand some of the issues that I'm having choosing the inferior piece of wood that I did. All right, so you have this chain, and here's chain number 3, or link, I should say, link number 3. Okay, so link number 3 on this side is nice. It's good. It needs to be trimmed, obviously, but there's plenty of meat there. This side of the link presents a problem. You guys can see that. The side wall here basically goes into the next link. And I have to cut into here and make a hole that comes out somewhere inside this mass. That's going to be tricky. So what I'm probably going to do, this one was very similar to that. I think this is a little bit worse. So what I'm probably going to do is remove this section here, the thickness, leave this part solid here, and I will thin this along this plane and try to get a shelf down here that I can actually carve a link into. And on this side, I will level this out. I will thin this that direction, okay, to give myself more meat down here. And oh, sorry, pardon the noise. We have some friends in Rome right now who are on vacation. They're sending pictures. Trim this down, even this up. But I'm just wanting you guys to, be aware as I'm kind of flipping this thing back and forth, what I'm actually trying to get to. My next goal, after I kind of level this link out here at the end, is to find a way to carve out this third link. All right, go from there.
I keep a photograph in which we were in love, caught in your eyes, waiting for the sunrise. I barely even knew who you were. What did you do? I didn't care, 'cause you were perfect, I swear. But somebody told me that it's over. I know it's true. You made me happy for a while. I remember fleeting times when we slept on top of cars. Now I don't know you, you don't know me too. I remember fleeting times when we watched the sparks of fire. Now I don't know you, you don't know me too. Stars shone in our eyes like the lights of fireflies. We were obsessed and we felt warmth in our chests. Your heart was full of dreams. It made you feel extreme. Give me a sign if you keep it in mind. But somebody told me that it's over. I know it's true. You made me happy for a while. I remember fleeting times when we slept on from the crowd, but you would not even notice me. I remember fleeting times when we slept on top of cars. Now I don't know you, you don't know me too. I remember fleeting times when we watched the sparks so far. Now I don't know you, you don't know me too. We knew we'd be forever young. Now I don't know you, you don't know me too. I knew that love would never die. Now I don't know you, you don't know me too.
This is just a quick video. I'm holding it by hand, so hopefully it doesn't go in and out of focus a whole lot. But you can see where I'm at. I've increased the divot here, and on this side, kind of roughly marked out on the fourth link here and here, the material that needs to be removed. And you can tell that this is not in the center of the link, it's off to one side. Unfortunately, I'll have to work around that. And on the troublesome third link, I've started with the marking of the material that I'm going to be removing out of that. I think starting off, we'll take this material out, and then from there start to work my way up either side here. The part that had no shelf to work with, I've got some now. As you can see, there's a little bit of shelf there. Definitely be tricky. When I get to this stage, it's that part of the tip that I'm using mostly. Just grabbing the back of the blade, resting the handle on my leg, and just taking out little sections. As I get more space and whatever part that needs to go away presents itself, I just cut or pry or pop those grains out. But it's coming along. So here's the next update. You can tell I've opened up the fourth link and leveled off the third link pretty much. So the next step for me is to remove material here and here on the third link, and then also figure out how to remove some material right here and separate these two links. And then also, after the material is removed out of there, separate this section without destroying it. All right, there we are. Holy cow. Last piece is freed, and all four are solid and together and nothing broke, which makes me so very, very happy. Guys, I'm going to just smooth everything up and kind of round everything off nice, and then we'll finish up this video. It's done. Excuse the rain. We have a tropical storm moving over us right now, but the chain is completely done. The only tool used was the Woodsman. Later on, I might run over this with some sandpaper and maybe some finish just to seal it up nicely. But I am so happy with how this turned out. We got a lot of lightning. Basically, it was, let's see, yeah. It was this section of the log that all that came out off of. and just a step at a time. I probably got about, I think, around somewhere between 5 and 6 hours on this completely, and I could not be happier. I've never attempted anything like this before. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to, but it turned out fantastic. So I am a happy boy. Okay, guys, so I'm going to get off the video here real quick. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay safe, take care, and God bless.